Okay, so we're looking at joining clay for this video. We've got our graffiti designs, which you should already have. You've done your background, hopefully, or if you're doing something different, that's brilliant as well. I've got my background and I've got my next layer on top. For those of you that are watching it for that purpose, it's just letters this time. None of the background stuff, none of that smoke stuff, just the letters. Okay, I've drawn around that, cut it out, here it is. It's upside down at the moment because I'm looking to join. Obviously I don't want to put the clay glue, which we call slip, on the wrong side. So I've turned it over. I'm going to score it. This increases the surface area. If we were to join two shiny pieces of clay, it's really not going to do very well at all. Okay, so we score it quite rough with it. We're trying to sort of disturb that surface so that the sort of glue, the slip, can get underneath. You do the same if you were super gluing something. You have to do this to make sure the slip gets underneath, or if you're gluing, obviously the glue gets underneath. Okay, we can always smooth this out afterwards. Good thing about clay, nothing's final until it's been fired. So we're going to really score that. The C goes up there somewhere, so I just sort of guess where that is for now. If you want to be really neat, you could always put a little outline, but I'm not so bothered about that, so I can just fix it later anyway. And then we've got slip. Comes in a sort of bucket, a bit like this. You might have just a little pot on your desk. But really all it is, just using one of these tools. You can use your hands if you want, if you're not too bothered. One of these, and it's just a sloppy, wet clay, really. And I'm going to apply it to the back here. Put that on, spread it around. I'm not going to be too sort of precious about it. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to use my fingers for that, I think. There we are. In all those little gaps. Okay, make sure you've got your apron on. If you have all this slip on your hands, it's not going to be good, is it? Okay, so we've got that all slipped, covered over there. Very, very carefully now, because I've got a weak part down the bottom. And I'm just going to lay that on top. Okay, really simple. Lay it on top. I've got some quite detailed pieces here, so I need to make sure that the bottom of mine lines up quite accurately. Might have to just tease some areas with a potter's knife, but that's fine. And we're going to give it sort of a bit of a wiggle, really. You want to make sure that binds really, really well. I'm sort of just going around with my fingers at the moment, trying to make sure that all binds together well. Okay, so I think I'm happy with that. I'm gonna leave it there for this video. As you can see, if it's getting pretty heavy now. If I was to hold that up, it's not falling anywhere. That's really, really attached now. And shake that, it's not going anywhere. So that's how you join clay. Important things: make sure you're using a potter's knife, okay, at all times. You're going to score that, cross hatch it, diagonal lines. You can get inside the clay. Really do get inside that clay and dig it sort of so that it's got stuff that the slip can get in those gaps and really join to. When the slip dries, it will really grab on. They're like ledges. It will really grab onto those ledges and hold that clay together. It's important you do both sides, and important that you use enough slip. Be generous with it. Okay, and then we've got that. That is now officially joined. So that's perfect. Next video, I think we'll tidy up those edges, and I'll do that on a separate one. Okay.